As was pointed out earlier this morning, this resolution did contain a call for release of hostages. What was defective about it?
The defective is that they were not linked. We believe it's important that you get a ceasefire. You get a ceasefire that secures the release of hostages. And we proposed a number of different formulations that would link the two, and that would call for a ceasefire that includes the release of hostages. And I don't understand. Hold on. Let me just say, I don't understand what could be objectionable about that language.
Well, right. Well, no, but I guess the point is that other people don't understand what could be objectionable about the language that you just vetoed.
What is objectionable to us is that it calls for Israel
an immediate ceasefire and the immediate release.
It calls for an immediate ceasefire, and we don't think that Hamas. If you get, because let's be clear about when people talk about an immediate ceasefire, what they mean is they mean for Israel to immediately stop fighting. You think Hamas is going to respect a UN Security Council resolution calling for the release of hostages? No, we don't think they are at all. So we think if you're going to see, we think because we think they ought to be linked together, because then you get international support. Hold on, you can get international support, get the backing of every country in the world behind this proposal, behind this position, which is the one that the president outlined back in May, that we did get a Security Council resolution that we supported. I think that's an incredibly powerful way for the world to speak, and we're disappointed we couldn't do it here.
Well, yeah, okay, but so what would have been, I guess, would you prefer that the hostage release be put in the sentence before the ceasefire?
We think it needs to be linked together, that the ceasefire...
But how much more linked can they be?
You could say, so we put together a bunch of different, a bunch of alternative formulations of the language. I'll just give you one here. A ceasefire that secures the release of hostages. A ceasefire
and you proposed that language, and people
maybe not that exact language. We proposed a number of different formulations of the language that were not accepted, and I, for the life of me, can't understand why they weren't accepted if the parties backing the resolution really wanted to get to something that could pass the Security Council.